The prep before the prep, it happens to all of us. You are trying to be the biggest and the smallest version of yourself. Cardio is a tool that should not be your end-all be-all strategy. I got yelled at. Bitch, please get a massage. Start with a good foundation or don't start at all. That's what I got for you. Hey girl, you know what it is. Maybe you don't. Hi, I'm EASHB, and today we're gonna talk about fat loss in bodybuilding prep. AKA, you're getting your ass on the stage looking the smallest but also the biggest you've ever been in your life. What do you need to know? And what fuck ups do you not need to make? Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many. I want to just spread a little bit more knowledge on contest prep. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've competed in 6 shows. I take women also onto their journeys to stage. And there's just so much that comes up. So I'm gonna try to sum it up with a few points that you can take home and hopefully hammer into your head. Okay? Okay. Prep is not just fat loss. It's strategic. It has to happen in a certain order for things to come all together 16 weeks, 20 weeks, 24 weeks later. It's very strategic. You have to have multiple variables that are on point the entire time so your prep can go smooth. Granted, there are gonna be things that happen that you have no control over. Life gets lifey, but as long as you have your variables that you can control in check, you're gonna move in the right direction. When you're dropping body fat, you're not worried about getting in a sparkly bikini on stage being judged, right? You might be doing it for the bikini in Hawaii. Cool, cool, cool. Love that for you, girl. But prep is a whole different battle, a different ball game. You're stepping on stage to compete with other people that are putting their ass on the line. They're working their ass off, literally. Their glutes sagging, okay? But they might be the most conditioned ones when you hit poses. Okay, that's what we're gunning for. You are trying to be the biggest and the smallest version of yourself. You want to have the most glorious, beautiful muscle, yet as little body fat as possible. Your body's going to fight back during that process, but it's okay. Keep your variables in check, and you have to trust in your coach. If you are questioning, if you're running to your prep friends or this bodybuilder and that bodybuilder, hey, so this is what my coach is having me do and this is what is going on, what do you think? You cannot be asking what John and Christina think about your prep, because it's your prep. Prep is strategic. It's a science experiment. Like I said, there are so many variables that have to come together. You cannot just trust anyone with your prep. Just gotta take in the view for a second. Home. Fat loss, you can get away with being a little bit more lenient in variables. You can push hard for cardio. You can take a deload week here. You can refeed. Maybe you go have a free meal, take a vacation with the hubby, you know what I'm saying, and want to go to your favorite restaurant, have a glass of wine. Cool, you can do that. In prep, you shouldn't be doing that shit. Prep is not just a getting skinny contest. You're trying to show up on one day looking your absolute best. Okay, now that sounds pretty hardcore. And I'm talking for those that want to compete, that have maybe been weight training for a few years and want to train in a specific style and look really good on stage. That's not everyone's goal. Not everyone's goal is to come to compete, okay? Some, it might be hard to wrap their mind around. Hold on, what's going on? Oh, what do you mean you're gonna get on stage and not look like you bodybuild or not have enough muscle mass? Some people come to me or others just looking to check off a bucket list goal. Cool, awesome, great. You still got to have those variables in check. This is not just a fat loss competition. It's really you against you on that stage. You're going to bring the best you, guaranteed, no matter what. But if you don't want to take the time to build, if you don't want to take the time to maintain and grow within a coach, you can't expect this competition ready, pro, national stage ready body. Honey, you didn't put the hours in, you didn't put the work in. Not yet. You can still put in the work, babe. You don't have to compete this year, next year, or the year after, babe, girl. It takes some years if you want to be good at the sport. You don't have to be good at the sport, okay? I was just outside in the Sky Lounge, and now I'm back in here because It's pouring rain now and the video didn't record. But what I'm getting at is cardio is a tool that should not be your end all be all strategy. Cardio really has to be placed strategically and turned up a notch incrementally in your journey. Okay, that's something for your coach to decide. So you should not be adding in more cardio thinking it's gonna get you to your goal quicker. I'm gonna do more cardio, you know, I'm just gonna be like the best. My coach is gonna be like, oh my God, you're losing all this weight, and I'm just gonna do like 30 more minutes of cardio. Absolutely not, okay? If you're not being upfront and honest and trusting the process, that will bite you in the ass real quick. Because guess what? When your cardio needs to go up and you're already doing extra cardio, you just gonna add more cardio to the extra cardio that you're already supposed to be doing, but you're already, like you're not supposed to be doing, but you are doing? Absolutely not. So listen to your coach, follow your parameters, don't feel like you need to do more or even cut your food back. My God, please don't do that. But also a thing is, if slip ups happen in prep, which I'm gonna tell you right now, it happens to all of us. I gave myself a refeed. I gave myself 2 refeeds, okay? I didn't regret it. I didn't do extra cardio to make up for it. I told my coach, and what did he do? Told me I was too good to fuck it up and don't do it again and close my check-in. I got yelled at. But I accepted my fate, okay? If you slip up, do not do extra cardio to make up for it, because chances are the calories you ate, that's it, baby. Those calories they happened, they're in your body, whatever. Don't feel like you need to do extra cardio, because that teaches your brain, oh, if I overeat, I'm just gonna do extra cardio to make up for this. Now, in prep, not good, okay? Already not good. You don't wanna get into that cycle. But when you're out of prep, when you're trying to reacclimatize to being a human again, okay, you're gonna feel like if I eat something bad, I need to do extra cardio, or I need to do cardio, period. Like you have to earn that food in essence, or it's okay to binge because I'm just gonna go do cardio later. Absolutely not. That is a very slippery slope. It's a very unhealthy way of thinking. It damages your relationship with food in the long run. What do you hear most competitors talk about coming out of reverse post show, especially nowadays? The relationship with food is very, it's a tight fucking line, okay? And sometimes it's like, chop, it's bad. It's a very slippery slope. And we're wearing high heels on this slippery slope. Do yourself a favor. If you take some extra bites of something, whatever it is, don't do more cardio. Tell your coach what you did and just let it happen. It's happened to 99% of bodybuilders, if not almost every single bodybuilder, okay? For your fatigue management, you should be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep in. Oh my God, 7 to 8, I know it's a lot, but your body needs that recovery time, especially if you're a woman. Women just need a little bit more sleep. We have a lot of shit going on all the time, okay? Get more sleep, that should be priority. If there gets to a later weeks in prep where you can't really sleep throughout the night, which will happen, try ashwagandha or ZZZ-Quil capsules that are non-habit forming. Don't be eating no gummies, okay? Don't be doing that shit. Your digestive health should be on par. If you're bloated, gassy, diarrhea, or not pooping, that should be communicated with your coach, because we need to, for this to keep moving, for this to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Massages. Bitch, please get a massage, okay? Please get a massage. 60 minutes every 2 weeks, or at least one 90-minute massage once a month, at minimum. Okay, if you can get a 2-hour massage once a month, bitch, please. Please, and sign me up too, okay? Every 2 weeks in prep would be necessary, so you're making sure you're pushing all that fascia around and your body can recover, okay? Because it builds up. The lactic acid builds up. Your muscles, the knots, like everything builds up. You will find once you get a massage, your muscles will look completely different. Your body will look completely different. Maybe you shave off a few pounds and then bitch, look, you weren't stalled. You just weren't recovered. If your scale weight is stalling and you feel like shit, your recovery is shit as well, that is why. You are not recovering enough. You don't need more cardio, you don't need to add another weight training day, and you don't need a cut in calories if you're not prioritizing your recovery. I said what I said. Hold on. Gotta make sure we don't have a nip slip. Y'all don't pay me enough for that, okay? While in prep, one of the most important things that you can do is have fatigue management, AKA your stress. If you have a handle on your stress, you're set for success, okay? Prep really doesn't get any easier, you just get more efficient. So then you have to go harder in prep, unfortunately. I'm sorry. That's what's happening. Your body's constantly fighting for homeostasis and you have to place stressors on it to continue to get fat loss. It is what it is, it's a science. However, let's talk about stress in itself. What kind of stress am I talking about? I'm talking about work stress, relationship stress, family stress, anything personalized stress. Death happens. I'm also talking about the workout stress, the physical component of this, the cardio stress, the waking up early, going to bed at night. Did that just stress you out? Because it stressed me out, listing that. All of those things have to be managed the best you absolutely can. And if you can't manage it, then it's best to let it go, as in don't stress about it. Obviously easier said than done, but you holding on to stress about so-and-so this bachelorette party, a baby shower's happening and I gotta do cardio, but I also gotta pick up little Jimmy from daycare and Sally's got cheerleading at 3 p.m. and I gotta do cardio tonight. That's a lot. Ask for help. Get used to getting uncomfortable and asking for help. This is a big one for me because personally, I don't like to ask for help. I don't. I just moved my ass to Miami by myself, okay? It is what it is. I really didn't want to ask for anyone's help. Did I stress the whole time? Absolutely, I was stressing, but I also was like, I can't do anything about it at this moment. I gotta let it go. It's not serving me. Let's talk about the physical stress aspect. Your workouts, AKA your training, and your cardio. Those two things. Those are some of the easiest things that have to happen in prep. Don't at me, because you know it's coming and you know what to expect, right? Those two variables, very predictable. Everything else, nutrition, life, family, relationship, home, personal, not predictable, could lead to stress. Make sure those two variables are on point. Your workout, you should be training hard up until about maybe 6 weeks out, 4 weeks out. Really depends on who you are, how hard you train in general, how much weight you can push, if you're natural or using PEDs. That combination of things all really depends. However, you should be training with intensity. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to increase your weight. You need a PR and you need to go beast fucking mode every workout. It's not gonna be like that all through prep, okay? Just bring intensity. Bring what you have for the day in those later weeks of prep and just be happy with that. Cardio stress. Cardio stress is something that has to happen. We have to be in a calorie deficit. Cardio is a tool that helps out with the calorie deficit. So that has to be in place. But your recovery is huge. That is what I'm really getting at. Stress management, very important. Recovery, very important as well. If you are not recovering, you are not dropping body fat, you are not gaining muscle, you could be potentially losing muscle, because losing muscle is a very real phenomenon that happens in prep, especially if you're not training hard. We're trying to diet you the fuck down, okay? Muscle loss, it happens. Girl, I'ma hold your clit when I say this? No. I just really wanted to say that, okay? I just really wanted to say that, but anyways. Do you guys like my dress? You can't see it. I feel so cute. The brand is Journey. One of my clients she's an athlete for them, okay? So use code Indira15 for some cute ass activewear, okay? So I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Start with a good foundation or don't start at all, okay? Briefly touched on that in one of my other points, but girl, If you have not spent any time building muscle, you should not be stepping on stage. I said what I said, I don't care. If you have not spent time in a maintenance, you should not be stepping on stage. If you have not spent time in a build or surplus, you should not be stepping on stage. Now these two are interchangeable. Okay, you maintenanced for 3 months. Ooh, okay, she's ready for stage. Bitch, I need you to increase your calories. You have, anyways, it's between you and your coach. But you have to be uncomfortable in bodybuilding if you want to be a good bodybuilder. For those that don't want to be a good bodybuilder or don't really care about being a good bodybuilder, they just want to get to stage, awesome. At least spend 6 months in maintenance. Main gain is what I like to call it, where you're somewhat maintaining around 3 to 5 pounds, like within the same 3 to 5 pound budget, 130 to 135, for example. And you're staying there and you're slowly increasing calories. You're lifting hard and heavy. That is a big one, okay, baby girl. You're lifting hard and heavy, your sleep is on point, your nutrition is on point. Just because you have a little more calories doesn't mean you get to eat like an asshole, doesn't mean you get to drink like an asshole, okay? Your variables are still checked. This is the prep before the prep. The prep before the prep should be immaculate. That is a good sign as to how your prep will go. So let's say you did that. Let's say you took 6 months, you maintenance, maybe you're 135. Okay, you started at 130, now you're 135. Physical body measurements, your glutes went up, your quads and hamstrings grew a little bit. The physical changes, you can see them. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want, beautiful. Then great, you're ready to potentially diet and get on stage. You wanna be sure your training program is also according to the division or divisions that you're projected to do. You don't wanna be training on your boyfriend's training split, I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you are doing more than 3 days of upper body and you are not figure, women's physique, or women's bodybuilding, what are you doing? Okay, bikini, the fit model division, and the wellness division, you do not need more than 3 days of upper body. 3 days is a lot. That means you're starting from ground zero, okay? For my wellness and bikini athletes and fit model, because the training is exactly the same, the muscle density is different. For your upper body, I'm speaking. 2 days of upper body, super solid, okay? Hit shoulders, hit back. They're great. We just want some round muscle bellies. We don't need you being a figure competitor. That's a different story. You're not really being judged up here. The small muscle tone that women gain from a little bit of weight training, beautiful, solid. Now, if you're any of the higher categories, like I had mentioned, obviously your upper body training needs to be bumped the hell up. Intensity needs to be there each session. If you didn't know, I was a figure competitor for 3 years before I transferred over to, or I switched divisions to wellness, which is why I took such a long off season. So I have not touched upper body in a solid like 2.5 years. I was born with round shoulder caps. Okay, not really. I do a little back day here and there, you know, I gotta keep it right, keep it tight back there. Don't look. I am at my highest weight in my build right now, girl. It's giving thick. It's giving thick. Anyway, this is not about me. It's about you. Is this distracting? Are you just focused on my thick thighs? I am not in prep, okay? I'm in my full-blown improvement season. You can check that out somewhere up here. And I also have a prep series where I take you through my entire prep of last year. It was phenomenal. I also touch on some of these struggles during week by week. I really want to stress to you, your head will mess with you more than your body ever will mess with you. Okay, what you tell yourself up here, what you conceptualize when you look in the mirror can make or break you. There have been some amazing physiques that either never make it to stage or end up having issues, problems, etc. because of the mental state, the mental well-being. And that could be body dysmorphia, it could be the physical stress that's present in your life, work, relationships, if you're taking care of kids, parents, etc. Prep will mess with your mind through and through. If it's not your body, then it's gonna be your life. It's gonna be other shit. Prep goggles are real. You will never see how you look and how incredible you look in the moment. It is very rare that you will see that. On YouTube, I see it with some prevalent bodybuilders, and on Instagram, whatever. People will not post their best pictures until after and say, wow, I didn't know I looked this good. Okay, I want you to appreciate your body in that form at that exact moment, because waiting for later to appreciate the body you had is not going to do you any justice. If you have appreciation for that body, your prep is going to go so much smoother. If you're not worried about your physical body on prep, it's going to go so much smoother. Trust that it's going to happen. Let that shit go. I want you to take the pictures. Take the pictures. If you're going to have one of those low days, they will come. Not every day is fucking perfect. Journal it out. Get your thoughts out. Trust your coach. Trust the process. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. Trust the process. Don't let what's going on up here influence what's going out here, okay? A lot of times, not every thought needs to be analyzed, broken down, and fucking feelings come out of it. I know for myself in my prep, I had a lot of demons. I had a good amount of demons. I was going through a huge lifestyle shift at that same exact time, but prep is also what kind of saved me in that, because I just had to focus on myself. There was no one else to worry about, no other stress. And speaking for myself, I knew how amazing I looked. I had worked 2.5 years. I didn't get on stage to have that body, and I appreciated it every single day. On days I woke up bloated, on days I couldn't poop, on days I was higher in weight, didn't give a fuck. Did not give a fuck. Okay, I knew I looked amazing, and no one can take that shit away from me. Now I can do that shit away from me. And I still look back at pictures like, wow, I never posted this, this, and that. You know, no matter how many pictures you have in your camera roll, even if you never freaking post them, I don't care, because they're so much fun to look back at. You will never look like that again in your life. Okay, you continue to do bodybuilding, awesome. You're just gonna keep getting better and better, and you still wanna look back at pictures from your first prep like, wow, this was the beginning, you know? So that's on that. Don't let your head fuck with you, because it can ruin a good thing. Don't let it do it. Bro, there's a train going by, and it's a long one. All in all, make sure you start with your solid foundation. Training program is on point. Rest, sleep, recovery, your food, everything should be on point before you even start. And then you're gonna have a great prep. You're gonna have a beautiful prep. I'm calling it. Great job.